And we're back.
We're back, and it's a very exciting day today. I'm so pumped.
It is. It is. It's been one of those weeks that literally, I think it was yesterday, I had the realization. I was like, tomorrow's the download. Like, this week more than most weeks. Most of these weeks go by pretty quick. This week just flew for me personally.
Yeah, with that,
it's been weird. My work schedule is all sorts of weird. I'm working like morning to early afternoon, taking a break, and then working until like midnight to work with all the different teams and things going on. So it's been weird. It's like not like your normal day. And so I kind of feel like you a little bit in the fact that you only sleep when you need to, which
I did not sleep at all last night. In fact, this whole week has been I've been flying solo. My wife and daughter are touring colleges in the eastern on the east coast. So they went to, I think, Boston University and Yale, Harvard, Brown, and a few others there. So this whole week it's me and the doggies, and so that means pretty much just work.
Yeah. As you're saying that, my dog literally just laid down on my feet.
Yeah, I want to present dogs at one of these downloads next week.
Oh yeah, Maggie's a little camera shy. She may make a Bork appearance every once in a while, but she's like very like shy. It's kind of funny. She's like bashful when you try to take pictures. She's like, no, stop.
Yeah, my dogs are exactly like that.
Come on, you're so cute though, dude. But yeah, I think so. Wow, we're 2 minutes in and we're already at 184. I think we're gonna beat. I was just gonna say we need to beat 262. I think was last week for peak. So we'll see if we can get 197. Oh wow, it just jumped up like crazy.
So Zach, maybe you need to work on a monologue or something like that, and that draws people.
We do like a weekend updates SNL kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get to be Colin Jost though.
Yeah, some costumes involved, things like that.
Whoa. Improv isn't my thing, but
yeah. I have a challenge with one of the artists in the community. She does face painting, and I have this actually it's right here. I have this face painting kit, and I need to get it on sometime and
what we do for views, Nick.
Have some fun.
Dance monkey dance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 2:15 already. I think we're gonna do really well. I think, shout out to everyone who comes. I mean, like, the chat is buzzing right now, and all talking about chai, like sip of chai. Everyone's kind of buzzy about
sip of chai. Let's do this.
The first meme coin on Vitruvio, sip of chai. Yeah, it's just been a good week, and we're gonna talk about some cool stuff today, or you're gonna talk about some cool stuff today.
Alex says, I think Nick forgot his chai. This is never gonna happen. This is impossible, because I feel it the moment there is too much blood in my chai stream. I feel it.
So let me give an anecdotal story real quick. When we were at Western, this man had chai bags on him, and he was asking for hot water. Like, he's just like, I gotta get my fix in. Like, oh, you guys don't have chai? Not a problem. Let me get out my extensive collection of chais. Just need some hot water. Like,
yep.
So he doesn't not have it. Well, yeah. All right. Well, I will 2:30 already. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I'll be in the back if you need me. I'll be highlighting questions as we go, and after all of this stuff, we'll come back together and we'll have a little Q&A, and we'll call it a week.
Yes.
I will be back.
All righty. Let's get going. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 8 of the Vitruvio Download, where we review all the activities of the past week and what's coming up. Today is February 23rd, 2024, and it's actually a special day. It is 7 months exactly to the date when I first stepped in front of this sort of YouTube live stream camera thing and talked to you about this vision of Vitruvio. Would you believe it has been 7 months already? and look at all the progress we've made. It's just been phenomenal, especially in the past 30 days or so, as we've finally, as things are starting to come together. It's really exciting times, and you won't believe what we have in store for you. It's amazing. But I just want to take a moment before we get into today's download to talk a little bit about our journey. Right, we've come a long way as a community, and we've healed in a lot of ways. We've united in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of positive engagement. There's a lot of optimism, and I like that because I believe that you need that for a community to thrive and to be successful. I have the distinct pleasure and honor of coming here every weekend and talking to you about the project and everything that's going on. But I would be remiss if I didn't point out that I'm just the face. This project is where it is because of the hard work and the dedication of a large number of people. And I want to take the time here to most sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, say thank you to four groups of people. First of all, our team. Folks work really, really hard all the time. We've been delivering a lot of tech in a very short amount of time, and that does not come without sacrifices. And so I'm very grateful to everyone who you know works hard and gets things done, and doesn't mind the weekends and the crazy hours, because we're a global community and we have to figure out a way to meet at different times and all that. So I'm very thankful to every member of the team. Next, the community. It's you, and the community is growing. We've had a core community, but now we've added creators to the mix. We've added other people who are just finding out about our blockchain and our project to the mix. And the community is what makes the project. Without it, we are nothing. And I am very grateful to this community for its spirit and its can-do attitude, for a lot of things. And also, I'm very grateful for your patience, because I know, when is the number one question. I get that, but sometimes things take time, and I appreciate that you give us a little bit of leeway on that. Third, I want to thank the investors. Without the capital flowing in, we couldn't do much of the work we are doing. So both past, current, and future investors, thank you very much, especially to all the community members who stepped up and purchased the boosters. I'm very, very grateful for that. And last but not least, a growing contingent of partners. Partners are what make our ecosystem thrive and grow, and we are adding more and more of them every single day. So I just want to take this opportunity here today to say thank you, and thank you very much to all of you. I'm very honored and humbled, and it is my privilege to be here and to lead this project. But my gratitude to all of you. All right, with that out of the way, I'd like to move on and get into the content for today. Let's do that now. So I always mess up and my cursor is always in the wrong window. Here we go. So our 6 buckets are protocol, capital, tokens, products, creators, and ecosystem. I almost feel like this is a Jeopardy. We should have people choose and say, I'll take capital for 600, Alex. So, all right, but let's move on. The first thing is about the protocol. So we have crossed a great milestone. We now have over 20,000 wallets, and 2 million blocks mined. So that is amazing. I also we'll talk about the airdrop that happened here recently being an hour ago. But I wanted to point out to you that something actually interesting happened during that. If you go look at block number, and I'll zoom in a little bit. If you go look at block number 2083902, I don't know if this will yield any detail. Oh, yeah, it does. So this turns out to be our most saturated block. It had 92 transactions. And if you see, the gas limit is 30 million. it reached 29.7 million. So that's 92 transactions in one block in 5 seconds. That was pretty amazing. And so I think the protocol is doing quite well. We uncovered one issue with the RPC node. So RPC stands for Remote Procedure Call, and the best way to think about it is you need to interact with the blockchain, with wallets and other kinds of clients, etc. How do you do that? Well, you need something in the middle to communicate with, and that's what the RPC server does. It's kind of like a web server, but specialized. It speaks a special protocol. So we found one issue with the RPC server. We tested a fix for it, and we've now deployed the fix for it, and we feel pretty confident about it. But that's the first issue that has surfaced since October 23rd. That's 4 months. So we'll continue to monitor, and hopefully we've squashed that issue. All right. So that's about it for the protocol. Otherwise, as I always say, it's good to have it be in the background. We are continuing to work with the validators team, and we'll start onboarding more and more validators to secure the network. That is an ever-present kind of task. So we'll keep doing that. All right, moving on. We'll talk about capital a little bit. So our booster sales are at 1.38 million. Thank you again, everybody. That's $1,378,526 raised. Our booster count is now at 9,068. Look, we are approaching this milestone here of 10,000. That would be amazing. So we are at 601 early birds. And let's see if it's changed since the time it's about the same. All right. But this is great. As I repeat every week here, boosters are the way we have cash flow and the ability to build these things as we go along, and we get to the point where we have a sustainable sort of capital reserve. All right. Next, I want to remind everyone that the booster program will be sunset. So in a few short days from now, on February the 29th at 11:59 p.m. UTC, the booster program will end its course. And at that time, by then we will have Vitruscope active, which will allow you to actually start using your booster. So I'm excited about that, because using the booster gives you the ability to essentially accelerate boosts on your Nexus NFTs, which we'll talk about here, and also it converts into an artwork NFT. So the 21 artists and the artworks will start becoming visible. So this is a great thing. All right, now let's move on to our financial update. We had some expenses, but I was so busy I didn't actually get a chance to make a multi-sig request. So there have been no multi-sig withdrawals in the past week. All right, let's go to tokens, the most exciting part here, because there's so much activity happening token-wise. But before I go there, there's one thing I did skip, and I want to go there and just show it. I did post on Discord, and I tweeted about it. It is a major milestone for us. We are on chainlist.org now, which is the standard for where all the networks are. So if you go now to Chainlist and search for Vitruvio, you will be able to find both the Vitruvio mainnet and the Vitruvio testnet there. It's handy because it's a great way to add the network to your wallet and to connect to it. So you can see that it is in real time tracking the height of the blockchain and the latency, which earlier today was like 0.008, but it slowed down a little bit because we were doing the airdrop and I was quite busy. But yeah, it's on Chainlist, which also means that over the course of the next few days, any warnings you see in wallets, etc., other than the cached ones, will be going away, and that's good. So it's really, really good to have gotten to that stage. All right, back here to tokens. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to recognize the fact that we are a little behind in getting Swapper 3.0 out. We had to do the airdrop first for the Nexus tokens, which is done now, in order to then launch Swapper, because when you go to Swapper and you finalize the 50-50 deal, it immediately drops your Nexus NFT into your account, and it drops your Vitros into your account. So that was sort of a need to do this A before B, and so on. So keeping that in mind, we extended the time. So that's going to be Monday, 6 p.m. UTC. That's 10 a.m. PST and 1 p.m. EST on Monday that we'll start the staking. So just a short window of time to extend it. We'll get Swapper up as quickly as possible. And if there are any delays, we will make sure to extend that a bit more if needed. But hopefully I don't see a need for it. But I want to make sure that people do have the time, because I know a lot of people who are going to finish up their 50-50 sort of Swapper deal do want to participate in the 60-day staking, and we want you to. So we'll make sure that it's available to you. All right. Next up, let's talk about the core NFT airdrop. So this was a major undertaking for us. It took a bit of time to get it right, because it is a fairly complex a contract which handles lots of different NFTs, vesting, etc. And I'm very pleased to report that it was completed today, just about an hour ago, exactly. And so we have approximately 10.8 million Vitru locked with a TVL of 16.2 million. I love that. I love that TVL of 16.2 million. I would like to 10x that, or maybe 20x that soon. That would be amazing. So we started with Nexus. We're gonna get on and start doing all the others. We have dreamers, benefactors, validators, and troopers, which is team members, etc. So we'll start orchestrating those in the next few days. So they'll just keep coming in spurts as we finalize the list, and we'll get it done. But we'll take a quick pause on the airdrop for right now, because we want to get Swapper going. Now, for all of you who do have this airdrop and who are not familiar with how to view these NFTs, because we don't have a standard marketplace yet, Honcho is coming very soon. But until then, if you want to add this to your wallet, I'm going to show you what you need to do. All right. So I have here an account that's set up. And I'm going to copy this here, and I'm going to go to the Block Explorer and search for my account. This is just a demo account. And when you go there, what you can do is go to the Token Transfers tab. And in the Token Transfers tab, you will see two pieces of information that are important. One is your token ID. So that's, just note that token ID. This one says 538. And then you can also click on this link here, which says the Vitru Core NFT. And what that's going to do is give you the contract address. So what you want to do is you want to copy that. All right. So going back here, 538, and then the contract. All right. So now you come to MetaMask, and you have your tokens tab, and you have your NFT tab. What you can do is you can select import NFT. You can paste in that contract address, and you can put in that number. I think I got it right. Yeah, that's right, 538, and hit import. And when you do that, your NFT is successfully imported. Now, the first time you hit it, because it's a high-res media file, it might take a few seconds or a minute or two to show up, but it will eventually show up. I've seen people posting screenshots of theirs, so it will show up, and it will look like this. So that's what you need to do in order to get it into your wallet. Okay, great. More things to talk about tokens before we go into products. But first, a sip of chai. All right. So let's go through my tabs here. I was very excited when someone forwarded this link here, where on stakingrewards.com they've already got stake Vitro up there, so that's great. I like that we are now sort of you know taking root in all these other ecosystems and these other platforms like Chainlist and staking rewards and things like that. Um, the Vitro token is doing well. It's up 0.086. Great. It's been holding fairly steady, so that's great. And on the decks, looks like we've got a lot of exciting things going on. I've seen a lot of talk about Sip of Chai, so shout out to guys who created that. Um, I need to get some. Uh, Look, it's one Vitro for 136.161. So this is exciting, guys. I love that we've got our first meme, and Chai is the meme. I love it. That's amazing. And thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Let's see, what else do we have about tokens? Well, I think that was it. There's more to come, but the airdrop was the big thing. Now let me tell you a little bit more about what's going to happen with this airdrop. So there's multiple parts here. In fact, there's quite a few moving parts. And what we've done here is execute on the contract part first. So with the contract, what we did was we airdropped to everyone the NFT, the Nexus NFT, and we also airdropped the balance of your 1.75%, which is your 6-month vesting. It's actually 5 months, but so it's 6 months, but we did it in 5 months, so you got a month bonus there. So the balance of the coins were dropped there. When I say the balance, I mean that we'd already airdropped 0.55% when you did the seal the deal on Swapper, and so now you've got the balance there. Now, so right now there are no more coins you could extract from the contract in the next 30 days. As soon as that 30-day window is up, the coins will be available. Now, this is where it's important for you to know that the contracts for vesting don't follow the calendar. They follow epochs, and epoch is basically 17,280 blocks. So every block is 5 seconds, and so you multiply it by, and you do the math, and you get a 24-hour period. So 30 epochs are one vesting period. So it won't always align perfectly with the calendar date. So don't look at it that way. What we'll do is we'll publish a handy guide to it, but you can do the math also. 17,280 blocks make an epoch, and 30 epochs make one period. So you can count from block 1 onward, and you'll know at which block your coins will be released. That's one thing to note. The second thing to note is that right now, as I showed you, you have to look at it in MetaMask, etc. But next week, probably by the middle of next week, we've got so much going on. It's been challenging to get sort of some of these dev tasks online. But we will have the true scope available to you, and there you will see a link called Core NFTs. When you click on that, it will show you a list of all your NFTs, and with each one, you will see a small table, and in that table, it'll tell you how much that NFT is for, like what's the grant amount, what is the duration, how many months, what's the upcoming release, how many can you expect, a rebasing, how many are available for claiming with rebasing, and ultimately a claim button. So that claim button is what you hit in order to get whatever is vested and rebased into your wallet, which is then free and clear for you to do whatever you wish to with it. So a Vitroscope will be up, and it will then activate your NFT. But it's going to go well beyond that. This NFT also has your voting governance credits on it. So those credits came about as a result of your holding. So your holding divided by 50 and rounded up is how your voting credits are allocated. You'll see them in action very soon as we start implementing voting through these tokens. In addition, some of these tokens, once they are boosted, or even if they're not boosted, some of them standalone have capabilities available to them, such as a perks pool, so you can share from that. And then, of course, revenue share. We are not at the point yet where we've got those contracts implemented, but when they are, you won't have to do anything. The funds will accumulate, and it's always going to be with a claim button. Pretty much in Vitruscope, what you're going to see is a claim button for various different scenarios. You claim it, and it goes from the smart contract, which is holding it for you, into your wallet. So that's how the core NFTs are going to work. And my goal is to make sure that before the end of next week, all of these have been distributed. So that includes specifically the validators and the dreamers, the creator. There's a huge backlog of those that will go out also, so they have voting rights in the community, etc. So yeah, that's coming up, and today was step one, and we'll continue going through and doing the rest of it. All right, let's talk a little bit about products. Today, I just want to give a quick update on the fact that we are solidifying the brand identity and the marketing concepts around our suite. So our suite consists of 4 products: Studio, which is the entry point for creators to enter the Vitruvio ecosystem; Search, which is what we've actually already started to architect now and will be implementing very shortly. Think of it as a search engine for all the assets on Vitruvio. So this is unique. You cannot do that on any other chain, because the NFTs and the assets are in silos. They are in marketplace silos. So you can go to a marketplace and search, but you cannot easily search across all the marketplaces. But we can do that. And our vision for Search is that it's not just a search engine, but it's also a very powerful curation tool. So as you search, you can select items that you like and pop them into a sort of side collection. And when you're done, you can, from that collection, publish to an RSS feed, a real simple syndication feed. You could publish it to a video. You could share that as a feed to anyone. You can also create a widget, a plugin gallery that can go into any website. You can create a stream from it, etc. So search becomes sort of the entry point for general usage and access of all the assets, starting with visual arts, then music, and so on and so forth. And it will be faceted search. So for those of you who haven't heard, one of our key features is the fact that we have on-chain metadata. So it's literally very granular metadata that's on-chain. And with faceted search, you have the ability to search not just by keywords, but very specifically say that, okay, I want artwork of this style. I want it for this period of time by artists from this region, etc. You all used faceted search at some point when you made an airline or a hotel reservation. You see that panel on the side with all kinds of options and sliders and checkboxes that allow you to narrow things down. And that's exactly what you're going to get. Store is essentially our Shopify. So we will have our canonical store marketplace, but anyone can come and essentially clone that and create their own version of the store with a filtered set of our assets. And Stream is Spotify for art. And I'm very pleased to report that thanks to our team in Brazil, who have been in this business for a long time, we are now in touch with all major sort of vendors of the display frames. So we want to start discussing pilot projects with all of them. And so this is something that you can expect to see very, very quickly, because we feel like it's very important to set ourselves apart with our innovation. And our innovation is the fact that you don't have to mint an NFT for everything. That is how the world does it right now, and that is so tired. We have a fresh new approach about creating sustainable income, and that's through streams. And so partnering with a display frame vendors is our way to do it, so they can bundle it with their offering, and people can, the moment they hang it up in their home or their office or hotel or wherever it is, they immediately can subscribe to beautiful streaming artworks. All right, so Vitru Studio onboarding has been going really well. We are at the point now where we are just one feature away from being feature complete. With the 15 artists that have been using it, have given us great feedback. We've refined it a little bit and done that iteratively. And now we have the 1,000 remaining Genesis artists queued up, and our waitlist continues to grow. I believe it has now exceeded 1,500 and maybe even more. And we plan on making sure that we accelerate, the release of this, so that we can onboard people faster and faster. I will remind you that if you purchase a booster, I believe we are at 9,000 of that right now. Your booster comes with a credit of $150 to purchase an artwork, which means that we have 9,000 artworks already pre-purchased, if you will, from all the booster holders. So lucky you, you're going to own some amazing artworks, because some of these Genesis artworks are pretty amazing, and the artists that are waiting on that are on the wait list are also really amazing. I've seen some of their work. It's fantastic. All right, moving on to our ecosystem, which I love, because this is where now you can see all the sparks flying. You can see different projects coming together. Honcho alone on the marketplace, I believe Zach and I were counting, and we have over 10 projects that are already queued up to launch on there, and that is really, really exciting, because to start having other people build projects on here, it's really great. We are also focused on getting more developers onboarded, so there's some programming going on around that, and you'll hear about that soon. All right, we have a fund, a dream fund. We have a grant called the Da Vinci grant. So we've gone through and curated the applicants, and I'm pleased to report that we have selected 41 of them. That is a lot of applications for this grant, because it was a pilot grant. It's not a huge one. It's $10,000, and of which we will have 5 grants of 1,000 each and 10 grants of 500 each. So now the next thing we have to do is vote on it. So we've been working on the concept of how we are going to vote on it, and the timing is perfect, because we've done the airdrop now. You have your Nexus NFTs. We're going to figure out how we can wire up these applications so you can use your NFT to vote. And Alex on our team here has mocked up what it might look like. So we are thinking of creating something like this, where you can go and read about a project. Some people have submitted additional materials like videos, etc. You can view that, etc., and you can vote. So we'll figure out the actual mechanics of it, but it is coming together very, very quickly. So expect to see more on this in the next week. All right, and now I want to remind everyone to go and collect today's poet. So you can scan the QR code, or you can click on the link and get it, because we are getting to the point where we'll have the whole season wrapped, and then there'll be some special prizes and things like that. So now I think that usually with the poet brings us to the end of the download. But you know what? Today I might have one more thing, but first, a sip of chai. So, folks, a few announcements now. I have been telling you a little bit about the fact that we are working on a major project, and this project came together when I visited Melbourne. I had a chance to meet with the ePlace team, my co-founder Adrian, and really quite a few advisors who are at the top in sort of the Web3 space. We had lots of productive meetings, and we came together to build a strategy for how we can really grow Vitruvio. Uh, we've been kind of queuing up to this moment because until you have your fundamentals in place, until you have your blockchain, your DAX, tokens, the marketing, the branding, and a lot of the community elements also in place, you don't want to prematurely go out and try and uh, go for growth. But now the time is right, and we are very fortunate to have some excellent advisors. And as a result, what we are going to launch on March 1st is a very, very exciting project. It's a mass marketing campaign, and it's designed to significantly increase the user adoption. So it's about user acquisition. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the mock-ups, the flats, depending on where you are, for the web application we are building. That'll be launched on March 1. And I want to tell you a little bit about how we are going to go about getting this going. So the project is called Vitru Airdrop. And what we are going to do is essentially unleash upon the world the ability to engage with the Vitruvio blockchain and the Vitruvio community and really scale things up. So the user's journey begins with a page where they are given an entry code. And so we'll start off by giving some of our partners and our Web3 advisors some entry codes. And then each person who joins gets their own referral link and the ability to have an entry code. So what we're going to do is once you enter that, you will be able to then go in and connect your wallet. So that's the first step there. So once you've connected your wallet, you go through the usual stuff there. And then it's time to go through a series of steps to earn points. So there are two categories of tasks. On the left are the compulsory or required tasks. And that essentially is available to everyone. And you get points. So when you use an invite code, you get some points. You follow us on Twitter, on X, you get some points. You join our Discord server, you get some points. And once you've done that, you're in the running for a major airdrop that we will do. But there's more. You can supercharge your airdrop points by completing additional tasks. So the tasks here, the first one is for you to calculate your VAM, your Vitru airdrop multiplier. So I'm going to talk about that in just a moment and about how we go about doing it. The next task is that you can swap USDT or USDC for Vitru on chain. So if you do that, that's a minimum there of $25, but you can swap as much as you want. And then after that, you can stake your Vitru and earn points for staking per day. And finally, you can get your referral link and post that and earn more points. So this is all about user engagement. What we want to do is help people discover all the amazing projects that we are bringing to life on here and introduce it to them in a very fun and in a very engaging way. But it starts off with these series of tasks where users come in and they earn some points. Now, let's talk a little bit about the specifics of how they go about doing that. But first, let me just whip through some of these designs here. So this here is the page where they will go and swap. So you're familiar with this a little bit right now when we have the OTC one where you do something similar. Um, the key thing here is the Vitru airdrop multiplier. So what we do is for every user who connects their wallet, we go and do an analysis of the past 365 days on the Ethereum blockchain of NFT purchases. So whether that's whatever NFTs you have. So we are targeting specifically collectors. One of the things we want to do is grow people who collect NFTs. So whether that's PFP projects, art, etc., we will scan Ethereum and look at your entire history, and we have come up with a model to convert your spending into a numerical multiplier. So what happens is when you swap your USDC or USDT to get Vitru, your bonus, you get a bonus that's based upon the multiplier, and so it increases. It can significantly increase. And one of the things that is very important that I'm sure some of you who are eagle-eyed caught it, we are going to start it off at $2.50. So we feel like the work that has been done to move the protocol forward and all the projects that we have brought have now brought us to the next echelon. And so we will bring it to $2.50 as the starting price of it. We keep open the possibility that it will increase with time. So that's a decision that'll come later. But we start off with $25 at $2.50, and so that's 10 Vitru coins. That is the minimum that someone would participate in. So VAM is important in another way also, which is when you stake. So when you stake, we have a tiered staking mechanism. You can stake for 60, 90, 120, 150, and 180 days. And for each tier you choose, you have a progressively higher APR, which translates into a progressively higher APY. And we also give you points, and your points are multiplied by your VAM. So you have the ability to scale up and go higher in the leaderboard very, very quickly, and increase your ability to win prizes and things like that. So the leaderboard is where it's all at. The leaderboard starts off with the Vitru airdrop, but we intend to continue it after this program is done. We intend to have lots of tasks for every major project in our community, where when people engage and people act, they get rewarded with points, and they can earn more of an airdrop share. But we'll also have other prizes and things like that for everybody. So this is what we've planned. We've been working very hard. As you can imagine, I know I talked about, I just got back from Melbourne about a week ago, and we are now about to embark on launching this on March 1. So you can imagine the speed at which we've brought this together. Hats off to the team in Brazil. They are doing an amazing job. They've been working very, very hard to spin this up. But we are very committed to bringing this online and growing our community. So we fully expect that our current community, which is sizable, will take advantage of it, and will share these links and earn points. And really, the creator community, everyone who comes on board here, we are dropping the core NFTs here. That's a sizable number of people. Our Web3 partners, etc., have a sizable reach, and so we expect a lot of new users to learn about Vitruvio, to learn about the exciting things we are doing on here, to learn about engaging as a creator with Studio, to learn about engaging on Honcho. We will also provide very soon the ability for people to easily launch their own projects, PFP projects with sort of the automation, etc., already built in. So there's a lot coming, but this is the start. This is where we get going, and we are really excited because we feel a leaderboard is a great way for people to see where their engagement is with the community, and maybe it's a game a little bit. It makes it fun and exciting as we have more opportunities for people to win, earn, and really become part of a thriving and vibrant community. So I'm excited about this project. Today I was able to show you the flats, but we are only a week, well, less than a week away, folks. And it's going to come together. So next week we'll be able to show you some lives on this and the beta, and get this going as soon as possible. But I am very, very excited about this. The team is very excited about it. Our partners are very excited about it. And now, after seeing this, I hope you, our community, are really excited about Vitru Airdrop. It is coming to a browser near you on March 1st. So that's it for today's download. We'll take some questions now. Zach is back. Zach, what do you think about this Vitru Airdrop?
I mean, I think I have to make this joke. Since every 4 years we get a leap year, it seems that on March 1st we're leaping into a new phase of Vitruvio.
There we go.
Right. So a little observation. I saw it top out at 279, so that's what we got to beat next week. It's 279.
279.
279.
March 1st onward, we need that. We will go much more than
that. I think we'll be in the I mean, I said it last week, because obviously we've been working on this. I think we'll be at the 4 digits middle March. People will be very engaged. Yeah, no, I'm super excited about this. This whole leaderboard point system. I am a huge advocate of community-related gamification, as you know. And I think personally that being able to reward people within an ecosystem for every touch point that they come in contact with us is one of the cool things about Web3, and this is an entry into that. And I think, like Kenny, you alluded to, I think that this should be part of our tooling that we allow projects to use as a service to do stuff. And it shares in the work and the efforts of just not just the group, but the marketing effort of everybody. So, and being rewarded for it is very important. So, I mean, I have big ideas to this that obviously we have to get to our milestone. If we wanted to do this April 1st, I could put a lot of cool thoughts into it. But I'm so stoked about this.
Yeah, the thing that's really important to understand here, folks, is that it's important for us to engage with the rest of the Web3 ecosystem and community, and this is the way we're going to do it. So we are welcoming, we are a blockchain for creators, and there are lots of amazing NFT centric projects that are created by some great creative teams, and we want to bring them on. We want to bring on the gamers, and they're all creators. They're all builders and creators, and we want to bring them all on here and really make it a special place for them with lots of features and lots of community led sort of events, things like that. So I fully believe that when you start extending beyond the browser, right, when you go into sort of Discord lives or IRL meetings, etc., that's when things become really, really tangible. We are currently putting together our plans for NFT NYC, and we want to engage with everybody, on all fronts there. So this is very exciting for me.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the gamification element, getting more people involved. People can actually see their tangible effort and promotion. So for everyone who is in the Discord, if you're not following the Twitter, not engaging the Twitter, not trying to grow the social presence beyond our close-knit but large community, it's like now you have a reward for doing so.
One thing that people also need to recognize that we want Vitru, when we do list it, to be listed on top exchanges. And if you are going to do that, you need to have lots of user engagement. So they look for that, right? And so this is Very important. This is a very important step for us.
I mean, Coinbase or bust, you know. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. You know, like you said, the Brazilian team has been working crazy. It's so fast. It's crazy how fast they put that up. You know. Yep. But yeah, I'm excited. And you talked about Honcho. I'm super excited about Honcho. You know, we got some really good quality projects on there for some really cool artists that had IP sitting around that didn't launch, and they're like, yeah, we'd love to revitalize it, take part in being a Genesis collection within this new ecosystem. And you know, not only that, like I had a meeting at 9 p.m. last night with one of the projects that's coming on, and you know, besides, you know, the traditional PFP system that will be Honcho, he was jonesing about what we're building from a studio and how, you know, how we're fulfilling it out for artists. And he's like, this is like really important. And he's a photographer by trade. And I was like, yeah, you know, like if you have 10,000 plus stock photos that you would like to upload, here you go. You know, like this will be a place for you.
So all we need, Zach, now is we need to extend it so there's more than 30 hours in a day. 30 hours is not enough. We need more than that.
Yeah, I mean, work 35/8, right?
Cool. Let's take some questions and see what we've got going. So,
you know, we don't have a lot, to be honest, but obviously when I say that, they start to trickle in. But talking about the CoinGecko, do we want to give an update on what we have done with the CoinGecko?
Sure. So I have interacted with their support team. They are very slow and not very responsive. So I've handed it off to our legal counsel, Jamelia, who is now engaging with them. I've seen the emails. So we're going to take care of that.
It's very important.
Yep.
Will those who seal the deals swap some, I'm assuming Vitro for Vitro receive their Vitro bonuses from boosters in time to stake for the 25%? Appreciate the team, our hard work team. Thank you. So what they're asking is like for the 25% bonus, like, because we're doing that airdrop, you know, we did extend it till Monday.
Yeah.
So there will be time. So I just wanted to put that out there that
now this is about boosters, and there's a bonus around that. I understand the question. Okay, I will make a note of that and make sure that we can do the airdrop of those in time for that. So VTRO. And folks, you know, I'm making notes here and all that. I just am way behind on my DMs. So there's a lot of people DMing me on lots of different things, and I try and be as responsive as possible, but it is a little challenging. It has become more and more challenging because it's
hard to build and maintain at the same time when you're working this fast.
Yeah.
Our friend Razmataz wanted to know about the super early bird bonus of 100 Vitro. When that's coming together, because he bought 7 boosters together.
Yeah, so for every early bird you have 100 Vitru bonus, basically. So it's not per booster, it's per early bird. Yeah.
Have those gone out yet?
No, none of that will happen until it's sunset. After it's sunset, because then we will know what the shares are and all that. We don't know because it's pro rata, right? You don't know how much it'll be. And I'm looking forward to a milestone there. If we can get to like a 1.5 million milestone quickly, that would be super amazing before the deadline, you know, or maybe even more. That would be great.
And then check these out. And then we got one. So are the core NFTs still going out?
Nope, it's done. So I'm presuming there will be some support issues that come out of it, and we'll resolve them. But pretty much, if you sealed, then you got a drop here. That was it. So there were quite a few wallets that had 0 Vitro, that had gone all Vitro, and so then you wouldn't have gotten one.
And as we're speaking right now, I am going to add a new drop-down menu for support tickets for core NFTs. So just so when we are having issues with that, people will be able to open a ticket for that specifically. So for NFTs. So if you have issues with that, we will have a drop down for that. All right. Someone said they can't import the NFT on their MetaMask on their iPhone, and the amount of Vitro from the MetaMask and Explorer does not match. I would assume that means that it's just the amount that's fully vested versus, or like the full amount versus vested amount that would be in their MetaMask. Correct me.
Yeah, it's important for people to understand that when you got your airdrop, what happened is that your Vitru, which is due to you, was actually added to the contract. So if you go to the contract and look, you will see that there is 11 million or so Vitru now sitting in that contract. And that's how, as you vest, you hit claim, and it transfers it from the contract's ownership to your ownership. That's how it works. So in the future, there is no, this is it, the one and only airdrop. From here, the smart contract takes over. We have no more control over it. It's all you claim whenever you want. You don't have to claim any specific time. You can come and claim every day if you want, but you might get zero, because remember, it's every 30 epochs, right? But if you go on vacation or whatever and come back after 5 months and hit claim, it's going to accumulate all of it and drop it into your wallet. There is no deadline or no date or anything you need to do things by in order to collect your Vitru.
All right. And then another clarifying question: if we stake all of our Vitru during this airdrop process, are we still going to be getting the rebases?
Yeah. So this is something I should have mentioned, but with the airdrop program, you get your APYs and all of that. That is in addition to rebasing. So you will get your rebases also while it's staked. So yes, this is as long as Vitru is in your wallet or assigned to you in a staking smart contract, the rebases are yours. You're going to have them. And you can collect those anytime you want, and you can choose to stake them or because you might initially choose 60 days or something, and then you might say, okay, I want to extend it. So when you extend it, you can also add more and stake further to get more rewards. Yes. So I see quite a few questions here that are not started. I'm going to go through and start scrolling through and grabbing some of them. So chai, baby. Yeah. All right. So Dolphin X123 asks, Nick, once the booster sale ends, will the remaining allocated booster coins get split amongst those who have bought boosters? That was not the intent on the coins, but certainly the perks pool and the rev share are pro rata. So you have a bigger share. So this is actually pretty amazing because we are at 50% capacity, right, on the boosters, and we are probably what was 60% on the early birds. So maybe I'm off by a little bit by that, but what it means is that effectively the program has is giving people double lifetime revenue and double on those perks pool, which is going to rebase. So it's, I think with 6 days to go, I don't see a ton more people coming in. So I think it's going to be a very, very lucrative offering for the people who are in. So congrats on that.
This one right here. So someone asked if there's going to be a white paper for Honcho. I do not know the answer to that question, but I will ask that team. So I will, if there's one to publish or is one in the works, I will get that going.
Yeah, I expect that if we do create one, it'll be fairly simple. It's a marketplace with fairly straightforward things. I think where it gets interesting is when we start diving into sort of a launchpad and things like that for projects to make it easier for people who don't have a dev team or don't have technical skills to just come and go through a simple wizard, upload their assets, etc., specify what traits they want, and publish, and boom, their project gets launched. So that's what we want to do. So speaking of which, a lot of people have been asking me about creating their own coin on our decks. And so we will have a very basic version of Vitrumint up, where you can go and put in your symbol, put in how much supply you want, how much liquidity you want to provide, and hit go. And it'll launch your coin, and it will automatically set it up as a liquidity pair on the decks. So make it super simple for you to do. So that will be up. I'm going to say by middle of next week, roughly that time frame. So, all right. Let's scroll through here.
There's an update right here for all those who are having this issue. Basically, there it is. I edited the network RPC and removed the 2 after RPC, and now I can see the correct Vitru balance and also import the FT.
Yeah, so I'll just let you know what we're doing in preparation for the airdrop. We are creating a load balance cluster of 4 RPC nodes. What that means is you only point to rpc.vitruvio.xyz, but it'll round robin. It'll pick one for you, and you will hit that. That way, we have lots of capacity. The blockchain is not an issue at all. It has been rock solid, but our RPC nodes, we want to make sure that they are not saturated when we have lots of users. So we will have a cluster and make it super simple for load balancing.
Let's see here. I see a couple people saying I have not received my FT. If you were a part of the Seal the Deal and still did not receive it, I did put a drop down in the support ticket for Core NFT. I've let the community team know that this happened, so that is the place to do that. We will investigate.
All right, I see that Motivation 24/7 has a multi-part question. Let's whip through it because it is relevant. So I'm going to start here real quick. One of my creator friends wants to license jewelry design and fashion clothes on Vitruvio. How do we go about it? So we are doing a phased onboarding. Our first phase is people who are already in Web3. We are working on preparing content, workshops, and really the structure. What happens? What is the journey of a person who is not in Web3, and how do they get on board with Vitruvio? So team's working hard on that. And but right now, holding pattern is all I can advise, because like I said, we want to make sure studio is stable. We want to make sure that the creators who are already in Web3 and on our waiting list are onboarded, and then we will have structured pathways for people to onboard and get get on. So let's see. Next one. Can company buy with fiat and the creator gets paid in Vitru or Vitru? 100%. We intend to make it super simple to support Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever, credit cards, etc. And the creators always get paid in Vitru. So Vitru is the utility currency of the blockchain, and so every transaction will use Vitru. Real world selling, how are we going to enable across the globe with the marketplace? Yes, so marketing is a task that we are taking on behalf of the creators. We basically need creators to create and not worry about marketing. So what you just saw here with the airdrop, etc., is designed to get more and more users on here and get to the point where lots of people are talking about Vitruvio, lots of people come and check it out and discover it, and that's how we're going to increase the footprint of collectors, buyers, etc. on the chain. Can you explain in the team? Yeah, okay. I think I already did that.
You've been doing that in real time.
Yeah, if someone copies the design without permission, how AI can detect and tell who has stolen your creativity without permission? It's actually very simple. You don't even need AI. We conform to a standard that is, if you go to contentauthenticity.org, you will see that the big players in the ecosystem, Microsoft, Adobe, Google, etc., have created a standard by which you can sign the media files. And when you sign the media file, it uniquely identifies you as the owner of that file. And so if someone tampers with it, they would have to re-sign it, or the signature would be broken. So in literally by dropping that media file on a page that is provided by Content Authenticity, and we will also provide, you can tell it instantly who created it, right down to their profile picture, their profile, and all of that kind of stuff. All right. I'm seeing
this is for me, I guess. What stage are we in the coin market cap listing so we can see the value of our wallets? So I just started that process earlier this week, getting first the chain recognized and then starting to add some of the tokens involved, and then hopefully that will lead into all the DEX tools so we can start to see charts of like Sochai and Honcho and all of that stuff via those applications that we use very often. Again, probably just like CoinGecko, they've been pretty slow. I've not heard back yet, and it's been 2-3 days. I'm sure there's a bombardment of people trying to list stuff at all times there. So I will keep you all updated, and that'll be a good moment for all of us when that gets accepted. Saw another one.
I'm scrolling through them. So Zach, by the way, I had promised you last week I would get you a feed for the Vitro price. So I almost have that done. So it'll be available in Discord soon. You can wire it up and have it available there.
Have a nice little satellite bot on the side that shows the Vitro price. Very nice.
All right. So Bob says, you just said those who swapped 100% to Vitro will not receive a core NFT, but how do they claim the perks which they are still entitled to? That's a good question. So more than likely, what will happen is we're going to go back through those and drop a maxim, which is sort of the counterpart, if you will, to Nexus. So we'll take care of it. But good observation, and thank you for reminding me on that.
Are we close to having a USDT stable coin, or just a stable coin in general on the Vitruvio network?
Yeah, having a stable coin is pretty simple, but having one that is recognized by the world is much harder because you have to go through the application process and the vetting process, etc. So
and having a platform and a campaign like this where we could onboard potentially 100,000 users would also show, hey, we need this infrastructure. You should work with us.
Yeah. If you haven't figured it out by now, folks, you can see that what we do is we sort of deliberately and strategically, take actions and move through on things. So the timing has to be right for some of these things, and when it's right, we'll get it done there. So it's A, B, C, D. We have to go in order on a lot of these things, and we have a long-term strategy. We have a short-term tactical plan also, and we are executing on that. And having a stable coin is an extremely high priority. Also, bridging to other chains is an extremely high priority because in the future, the chains that have the widest reach win. So you need to have as much interconnection as possible, both in terms of people and businesses, partnerships, ecosystem, etc., but also technically, in terms of being able to connect with lots of different chains and make it super simple for people to bridge things over.
So we got a question from Kelly. Kelly, you are the man. You are always showing up in Discord. You're always asking questions. Are we gonna track down some of the prominent crypto YouTubers? So that's something that we have already had conversations around. We've talked to a couple of organizations a few months back about what it would take to form some sort of partnership. I've been in contact with a few of them personally, kind of prepping them for the airdrop, So just so people know, there's two ways of engaging a crypto YouTuber. It's either one, they're invested in your project, like in a platform like this, where they want to see their airdrop go up and they're bullish about a project, or two, you pay them, and a lot of them want a lot of money. So we're going to take the first step in hopefully that this airdrop campaign tickles their fancy, because they all have communities. There's invite codes. They can earn more points. I won't say who I've talked to because I don't want people bothering them, but there are a lot of them that do know who we are, and I will definitely be getting them involved in this airdrop process because they all have communities. So, so the answer to your question is yes. Are we going to go the press release route or the public relations route and actually like have a contract partnership with them? I do not know. That all depends on funds allocated, how this plays out. If I don't like to do that, because it's just like, it's very shilly, and I hate that word. So, and like this person just said, they only care about how much they can dump on their community as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I just want to reinforce here, guys. When we did this drop, it was simple code logic to say that if there was no Vitru, because there was computation in there and also actions to airdrop. So now that that's done, we'll go back and revisit, and there will definitely be a Nexus or Maxim NFT in your wallet. Really appreciate the people who helped us rebalance the cap table, and I do not take that very lightly. I'm very grateful, and expect that within the next 24 hours you will have an NFT in there, because for one thing, as correctly pointed out by Bob and a few others also, that you have your perks and other things there that you might be eligible for. You might also be boosting, etc. And more importantly, you have your voting credits on there also. So those are all important things, and you need to have the NFT for that. So we'll definitely drop it.
If we're launching at 250, does that mean the current OTC at $1.50 will now end?
Sunset with boosters, that price. So boosters will be sunset, and OTC price will change.
So if you want to get it at $1.50,
yeah, I mean, we prefer that people go through the Vitru airdrop system, but we haven't made a decision on sunsetting OTC yet. But the price will definitely be consistent with whatever's on the airdrop application. Yeah. So let's see what else. I think we got all the questions.
correct.
Yes, this is good. All right. So have a great weekend, guys. There's going to be many more airdrops coming up, depending on what category of user you are in the community. And we will have Vitru Scope up soon, so you don't have to bother with MetaMask and whatever wallet to view that. You'll be able to see your NFT right there in the web in the web browser. And I know there's many people I've had DMs with, or may have a backlog on getting some deal sealed or something like that, getting some tokens, etc. I have been operating at warp speed and haven't had the bandwidth to respond to all of those, but I'm going to gradually go through them and respond. Look, we understand that the staking deadline is important for people, and I'm going to do my best to have as many of these issues resolved. I think by my count, in my DMs and all of that combined, there's probably around 200 issues I have to resolve. So I'll go through them, and each one, is unique and might take 5-10 minutes. So that's a fair bit of time.
And shout out to the community team for having, all those support tickets and having if you've opened one and your problem is still unsolved, whether it is one of these issues, the claim, something didn't show up, it's been annotated in some sort of spreadsheet, and it will get to action before we really do the damn thing. So thank you for being patient. Shout out to the community team for being so organized and helping us and dealing with all of this stuff. Yeah, so I think I'm good.
I'm good. I'm out. Time for me to grab a bite and maybe take a nap or something. I don't know. No, I got meetings all afternoon. Cannot do that. But it was wonderful to be here, and really excited about Vitru airdrop. That has been sort of our focus, unrelenting on that. Just a lot of work to bring it together, and I'm really excited to share it with you next week. So thanks everyone, and have a great weekend, and catch you on the next download.
And we'll catch you next time where we beat 279.
Yay.